Hey guys, James West here. Sorry it's been a while since my last video. I kind of got caught up in a few projects over the summer, and making these videos kind of fell by the wayside. Good news is that I do have plenty of notes in the notes jotted down for a bunch of videos that I'm hoping to be making real soon. So fingers crossed on that one. Now the first thing I want to talk to you guys actually is something I've been wanting to do for a few months now. Now, a few months back, my friends Vanessa Bettencourt and Jacob Falling, they were giving a presentation at the local library about world building, and they were nice enough to share some of their notes with me. Basically amounted to a list of 10 different facets of world building, and I've been dying to share and talk about them with you guys ever since. Now, the first facet on that list I want to talk about is, I think of this as like the very first thing most people think of when they think of world building, but it's also the broadest, and that is culture. Now, the dictionary defines culture as a set of shared norms or beliefs. Now, this is what I mean about it being the broadest point on the list. Just by that definition, it pretty much overlaps a lot with politics, religion, social conventions, and I'm going to be diving into those a lot more in detail when I get to video about politics and religion. So I'm not getting a lot into that one, but one thing I do want to talk about in terms of culture and world building is that in most books, the characters, for better or worse, are a product of the world they live in. Now, I say this because in pretty much every well-written story I've read, the character and their motivation makes sense given the context of the world they live in. Whether that motivation stems from an admiration of the people around him, or on the other side of the coin, when it's just a complete disillusionment of the society he lives in, and how the people around him have failed him all his life. Both are very valid, and can be used to very great effect. Now, one example I have for you guys is actually from a book I read recently, and that is The Demon King by Cinda William Shima. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Now, the reason I want to talk about this book is because it has not one, but two protagonists in it, and again, tying back to world building, both have very good motivations that make sense with their backgrounds. Now, the first protagonist I want to talk about is Reza, who is the princess heir of the realm, who was destined to one day be queen. Now, there are two things I absolutely love about her character. One, she wants to ascend the throne on her own terms. And by that, it basically means she doesn't want to marry someone when she's 16. And she wants to not so much live a little, have fun, but be able to live her life. Like, see some of the kingdom, or maybe and go to other kingdoms, visit there as a diplomat. Not before she settles down to get married and maybe have some kids. And just that one alone actually makes a lot of sense. I'm gonna say right now, I do like how this book just wrote her character, and Shima did not make her one of those princesses that's just sick of being stuck in the tower, or just sneaks out one night, and that's what gets her into trouble. Now, which actually brings me to the second thing that I like about her character, and how I think it also ties in with the world building, is that Reza does sneak out of the palace, but only so that she can actually see the poor neighborhoods surrounding her castle, as well as start doing some charity work. And she even says that she does not want to be some naive, spoiled princess who just sits in the castle listening to a bunch of people who just tell her what she wants to hear. She wants to know what is going on in the kingdom so that she can be a good ruler. And I honestly love that. One, because it's a pretty good character trait to have, but also because it fits with the world building so well. Oh, and just that it fits with her background. Now the other protagonist, who is just complete opposite of Reza is Han, I don't know how to pronounce his name, named Alistair, who, again, he is polar opposite of Reza. He is a former thief, a former gang leader. He lives in the slums in poverty. And while a lot of his character or motivation in this book is much more reactive than proactive as it is with Reza, you do see his disillusionment with the society he lives in, and also the point of being nihilistic. I think at some points, just because he has to deal with corrupt police officers, he has to deal with violent gang members who still have it in for him. And all while he's trying to just earn money to help support his family, and especially this younger sister, who honestly he just wants to keep safe and let her live her own life, like one day. So just in the terms of those two backgrounds, both characters actually make perfect sense coming from them. And again, this is why I actually like this book. And just that these two characters are at completely different ends of the social economic spectrum, but I can sympathize and make sense of both characters easily. Now that's about it for now. I promise I'm going to try and get more videos out soon. But until next time, please hit that like and subscribe button. And this is James West, signing off.